Even though the track assistant analysis and auto setup is all automatic, there are some user options available to control its behavior. There are 3 choices for how aggressively Track Assistant will apply processing to the tracks it's used on. Medium is the default. It shoots for what iZotope refers to as do no harm settings, a set of basic, gentle adjustments that clearly gives the tracks a more processed, somewhat typical mixed sound, but doesn't take them too far from the sound of the original audio. This would be a good choice for getting tracks that sound mixed but could still benefit from further tweaking without having to necessarily rethink what Track Assistant has already done. Subtle will apply fewer EQ nodes and even gentler compression for a more understated result. This would be a good choice for people who just want to have the feature do a little light setup on their tracks and who prefer to make most mixing choices themselves. Aggressive will, naturally, apply heavier compression, more noticeable EQ, and other effects. This might be worth trying if you want to maybe get some ideas about where the mix could go with a little more processing applied. Remember, you can always back off on the settings, but something might jump out as a really good use of processing that you might not have gone to yourself. In addition to these 3 processing options, there are also Track Assistant presets, which can be selected to push the automatic processing choices in a certain direction on a particular track or with a particular recording. And that brings us to the end of the course. I'll briefly wrap up in the next and last video.